Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I am doing a story time for you guys because my life recently has just been like this crazy amazing ball of just everything. So I wanted to share with you guys something really special that just happened. This video is going to be about a photo shoot that I did recently, my first photo shoot, which I was super duper excited about, and I'm just gonna tell you guys like about it and like my experience. And okay, so for those of you who don't know and don't follow me on social media, but I recently had a bridal photo shoot, and let me just tell you guys like how it got started. So like I was working or whatever, and my job has a bridal section, and one of the women that I was helping, she was actually a photographer, and I didn't know that I was just helping her, whatever. And then after she leaves, she I guess told one of the women in the bridal section, because like my store has like a bridal section, an apparel section, a beauty section, and a home section. So I work in the apparel section. So I guess she told one of the bridal managers that like, hey, there's this girl that was helping me, and you know, I think she'd be really perfect for a shoot, blah blah blah. So one of the women, the manager that she told for the bridal section, she told me, and she connected me with her with the young ladies like information and things like that. And she was like, did you ever like want to model? I was like, yeah, I've always wanted to model, but like I was always told like, yeah, you're skinny, but like, and you know, you're pretty and all, but you're not like tall enough. So I never really kind of took it seriously anymore. That's why I turned more into like fashion journalism and like PR and stuff. But I was like, yeah, sure, like I love taking pictures. So then so she gives me all her information, whatever, and her Instagram or whatever, and then we start following each other. And then I get an email from her saying that, hey, we have a bridal shoot coming up, and we think that you'd be perfect for the shoot. Your hair is amazing, I love your height, I love your weight, like I love everything about you. So like, are you interested? And I was like, yeah, sure. Like, me get to try on like wedding dresses and stuff, like of course. And then they're like, there's gonna be like full hair and makeup and like food and stuff like that, so you'll be like all taken care of. And I was like, yes, like finally. I said yes or whatever, and we exchanged information. And she linked me to a couple of other like photographers that will be doing the shoot. So like the woman that was helping in the fitting room was a florist, and she connected me with a stylist and a photographer for the shoot. And then she was like that she had like a groom for me, and I'm like, oh my gosh. I was kind of nervous because like I was afraid to work with like a male model, so I was just like, oh my gosh, like I'm gonna be really shy and awkward or whatever. But then in the email I was like, yeah, sure, that's gonna be fun, yay. But inside I was like, ugh. So then the day before the shoot, they sent, this is all last week by the way, the day before the shoot, they send us like the itinerary of everything that was gonna happen and all the people like involved and stuff like that. And then I like see like the guy's name, because it's all girls working, so I only saw one guy's name in the email, so I assumed it was him. So I Google his name and I'm like, oh my gosh, he's so cute. Well, I thought he was cute. He reminded me of Justin Bobby from like The Hills, and that's like so my type, like, you know, like long hair, facial hair, dark hair. He was in a band, he did like a couple movies before, so he had like an IMDb. Like I was like, oh man. To the photographer's house, and we all meet up there, and then we take two cars, one with me and the stylist, and the other car was with the florist and the photographer. So then they decided that me, like the florist, me, and the male model should, not the florist, the stylist, me, and the male model should ride in one car, and then the other two will go there ahead of time and then set up. So we had to pick up the male model, and I was just like, oh my gosh, why? Like I thought it was gonna be the other car, and the place is so far away. So like I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna be in the car with this kid for like a long time. It's like, ah. So then we go, And on the ride there, we me and the stylist, we just like instantly clicked. We were talking about like guys and like relationships and him, and she was really 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 cool. And then we get there, whatever, and she already knew that I was kind of nervous, but she was like, I had never met him either. I met him on Craigslist, and like when I was like looking for models, and he was the first one that came into my inbox. I was like, hey, I'm interested. So she's like, I never met him either, so like we're in the same boat. But mind you, the 3 other girls that I'm with, they're all married and stuff like that. I'm the only like single one. I'm just like, so of course they don't care, but I'm like the nervous one. So we go and we pick him up. He's like super super tall, and the car is so full, so he ends up sitting in the front and I sit in the back. And she's driving or whatever, and then we're all like talking, introducing ourselves, whatever, and we're like, we have a whole hour and a half to get there, because the place is all the way in upstate New York. The place is called the Fox Firehouse, so it's like a big house, kind of like a bed and breakfast, but like it's just empty. It's really big. So on our way there, whatever, we're all talking or whatever, and then I start to get like car sick, and I always get car sick when all the windows are up, and she had all the windows up, but the AC was on, but it was just getting really really bad car sick. So like I kind of stopped talking for a while like them 2 in the front were like talking and things like that, and in the back I'm just like, oh my gosh, I don't want to put the window down because, you know, I don't want to touch anything, but like I was just getting like really 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 nauseous. And normally like I get car sick all the time, but like normally like once I put the window down I'm like fine. And then so I'm like, okay, forget it, I just can't. So I put the window down, and she's like, oh, the stylist who's driving, she's like, oh, Vanessa, like, you want the window down and stuff? Like, I can put all the windows down. I was like, yeah, please, I'm just a little car sick. So then she's like, do you need me to pull over or anything? I was just like, no, it usually happens once the windows are down, like I'm fine. So then we're driving, all the windows are down, and I'm still feeling nauseous. I'm like, what the hell? Like, I know I didn't eat anything, but it doesn't feel like a hungry nauseous. It feels like a car sick nauseous. So I was just like, oh my gosh, like I'm nauseous, please don't throw up, Vanessa, please don't throw up. And then luckily like 2 minutes, we're like 2 minutes away, and then I'm like, okay, I'm sure once I get to the house, like it'll go away. So then we get to the house, and which is beautiful, but I can't even take in anything because I'm like so nauseous. And they were like all taking stuff out the car, and I was just sitting down, and I didn't want it to look like I wasn't helping, or I was like being like a diva and like I don't need to do this kind of stuff. So I asked them, like, do you guys need any help like with taking things out or moving things around? They're like, no, like just sit, relax, you know, do your thing, and then soon we'll like start hair and makeup and stuff. So she's like, just sit and relax, eat some breakfast, orange juice and all that stuff. So in my mind I'm like, thank God, because I cannot move a muscle. So then I'm sitting, and mind you, the house is hot too, and I'm like, oh my gosh, like I needed some AC. Like it was just really really like hot, and like there was fans and stuff, but I don't know if I was just hot personally or like the house was just hot. And the people who owned like the big house, I don't know what to call it, like it was like a hotel slash house, I don't know, but I'll link everything, like the location, everything below. But then the people who like loaned us the place, they came out, and like I didn't want to just sit down and shake their hand. Like, you know, when I greet someone, I like to like stand up and shake their hand or whatever. So like as much as I couldn't even stand up, I stood up, shook their hand, and then my stomach was just like, oh my gosh, like it was just like, oh my gosh, nauseous. So then like they're all talking and stuff like that, getting to know you, like meeting each other, and I'm like, sorry guys, is there a bathroom in here? And she was like, yeah, right around the corner. And then I go to the bathroom and I just start throwing up and just throwing up and throwing up, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I never throw up when I have car sick. Like I'm just always nauseous, but I never throw up. And I'm just like, oh my gosh. And then I came out, whatever, and the stylist automatically, she knew something was wrong, and I was like, yeah, I was throwing up a bit, but like I think I'm better now. I think I just needed to just get it out of my system. And she was just like, oh, it's probably because like you're nervous and things like that, but don't worry, like you'll be totally fine. And she just kept calming me down. I was like, yeah, like I'm sure it's fine. Like I feel better now. So then so then hair and makeup people start coming, and I'm like, why do I still feel like this? Like I thought it went away. So I'm just like, okay, then maybe I just need to go sit outside. So I went and sat outside just to get some fresh air, and it was just getting worse and worse, and just like, oh my gosh, like nauseous, and like, so I don't throw up, I always go like and I just keep breathing like that. And I was just like, oh my gosh, like I can't even meet anybody right now. So then they told me to go upstairs to one of the bedrooms and just like lay down a bit, and they give me ginger ale and stuff. And then I'm like, okay, and I'm laying down, I'm like just like, you know, what's wrong? Like in my mind, I'm like, what's wrong? And then I just start throwing up again in the bathroom, and I'm just throwing up. I'm like, oh my gosh, like this is my first photo shoot, and I'm just like making a fool out of myself, and like I don't understand, because I was just feeling great like an hour ago. So then they asked me like if I still wanted to do it, if not, like it was gonna be okay. And then I was just like, yeah, like I can do it, like I should be fine now. So then they start my hair and makeup, and as they're doing my hair and makeup, I'm like, excuse me, give me one moment, and then I go start throwing up again. I'm just like, oh my gosh, like forget it. Like they're just gonna say go home. And then the photographer, she comes up to me and she's like, Vanessa, like, you know, they were all so nice. Oh my gosh. She was like, Vanessa, like I understand like you really want to do this, but like you're obviously not feeling well, and I don't want you to feel pressure to do it. You're probably just really nervous, blah blah blah. And I'm like holding back tears, because I'm like, this is my first photo shoot, and like I'm already ruining things. So like I had to get sick from what I don't know. And I'm like, great, like I came all the way here for no reason now, like they're kicking me out because like I'm just a sick mess. And then I was just like, no, like I really want to do it, like I don't know what's happening, I feel like I'm letting you guys down. Like the whole point of a bridal shoot is to have a bride, and there was no one else that could do it, and I was just like holding back tears and things like that. And then I was like, okay, how about if I just like take like a quick nap, and if I wake up and I still feel bad, then you know, we'll see like what happens from there. And they're like, okay, that's a good idea. And the whole time I was thinking like top model, okay, there was girls that were sick and still had like some banging photo shoots. So then I'm like, Vanessa, like pull it together. So I go, I take a little nap, I wake up, even though I'm not feeling 100%, I'm feeling like well enough to stand up and like actually pose and stuff like that. So then I go to the room, take a nap, I wake up, I don't know how long I was sleeping for, like I don't know, I'm like, oh my gosh, they're probably like on their last shoot or whatever. Oh my gosh, I don't know what I just missed. So then like I go downstairs and I see they're just having lunch, and like they didn't start anything yet, and they were just all chilling. And then I was like, oh my gosh, like you guys didn't do anything yet? They're like, no, we're just like relaxing and eating first and stuff like that. So I guess I wasn't napping for that long. And then I was like, oh, I feel so much better now. And then it turned out great. I got my hair and makeup done, I went through it, I did my fittings, and then I just started feeling better and better. So she starts taking like single shots of me and stuff like that, and then for like a good hour, and then she's like, all right, Vanessa, so I'm gonna add like the male model with you. Are you gonna be okay? Like, you know. And I was like, oh yeah, like totally. And even though inside I'm like, oh, but I was like, no, totally, like, I'll be fine. And then like he comes in and he's like super duper like professional and like nice and things like that. And then I just started feeling more and more comfortable. And then we had to do like really like up close shots and very like touchy like couple shots. And at first I'm like, this is so weird, but I'm like, if I ever want to be a model or whatever, like this is just what I'm gonna have to deal with. I'm gonna probably even have to deal with even more male models and even like hotter models. So I was like, just get through it, Vanessa, don't be nervous. So then I ended up just being really like calm and just relaxing. Like it just went so well. And then we did a whole bunch of couple shots, and we did a whole bunch of shots outside in like the yard and by the lake. Like it was so pretty. Like it was the most amazing experience. Amazing bad, like what made it bad was my sickness, but like as far as the photo shoot and overall, it was so much fun. It was the best experience I ever had. And after the shoot was over, like me and the male model were like, you know, just talking about his band and stuff. And I wish I had spoke to him more before the shoot, because I feel like I would have been even less nervous. I really wanted to get to know him before I took pictures with him, but I was just too sick to. Really, really nice. And yeah, that was pretty much it. Then we all took the ride home, and they just kept asking, was I okay? And then pretty much after that nap I took, I just felt great. So I guess like I was nervous and anxious and didn't eat, so it was just like all that put together. I guess that's just what made me feel really sick. But they kept saying, was it because I was nervous? And I kept telling them, no, it wasn't because I was nervous, but maybe like in my mind I was like, no, it's not because I'm nervous, but I really was. I just was putting on like a facade that I was fine, but I really wasn't. So I think that's why I was throwing up. But luckily it turned out amazing, and I got through it. And I just kept thinking of Top Model when they were sick and they made it through the photo shoots, like Danielle and Adrian. So I was just like, you gotta do this with Esther. Like, this is like a once in a lifetime opportunity, so take it or leave it. And I just sucked it up, and yeah, that was it. So yeah, that was my story time about my photo shoot. I'm gonna link everything below. I'm gonna link like all the photos. Well, I didn't get all of them yet. I only got like 2, and then I got a couple behind the scenes shots I'll show you guys. I don't get the photos until 3 weeks, she said, after like editing and stuff. So I will link everything below, all the pictures and people, everyone who I worked with, like the stylist, the groom, the photographer, the florist, like everyone who I worked with, because you guys should see their work. It's like amazing. And yeah, so thank you guys for watching. It was such a great experience. I hope I get to do something like that again. Hopefully that wasn't the last. But now I'm gonna just continue focusing on like my fashion PR and like journalism. I also met someone who works for like Rachel Zoe, and she said that she can try to help me build like my fashion journalism blogs and stuff like that. I don't know, so I was just like, whoa. So lots and lots to come. I'm really excited. I will keep you guys informed. Yeah, stay tuned, subscribe, like, comment, and I will see you guys later. Bye guys.